whispers. If you end up enjoying this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. All right. Oh man, this suit is so nice. Alright, we'll have plenty of time to admire the suit. Let's head off and swing. I think it's currently set to sunrise, early morning. Let's head off. Let's not hit. There we go. Oh wow. Okay, that would have been unbelievably clean if I didn't hit that building, but that is all right. There we go. There we go. Man, but this suit is so nice. I figured, given that, yeah, like I mentioned, Brand New Day is coming out. Well, Slash is essentially out. And I love the MCU Spider-Man movies so much. I'd probably just talk about those movies, and I figured, hey, why not start with his OG suit in that universe? And it is beautiful. Like, I really love how it literally is just like a sweat, not a sweatshirt, kind of a sweatshirt, basically a hoodie, because you can see there's a hoodie on the back. Just a bunch of random cloth. Those are, I think, workout gloves, and some really long socks. I want to say they're socks. They've always looked like socks to me, that he pulled up real high. But yeah, I don't know. I've always loved how this suit looked. And I know the canon explanation is because he literally just grabbed garbage. Essentially, he just like fished through the dumpsters, dumpster dived, if you will, to get whatever he could to make this very first suit. And it very much shows, but it looks still so good. And the web shooters, oh my god, the web shooters. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever actually seen the web shooters up close. Let me show y'all real quickly. I might as well. Boom. I'm gonna hop in a photo mode really quickly here, but just look. I need to show y'all how good these web shooters look. Look at what these web shooters look like. Just look at him. Look at how pretty and how insanely complex, but like also not. Like, they look like web shooters, but this man was like, they're holding on by a thread with completely random pieces of metal that he just found and just like soldered a bit of it together. I mean, like, oh, that would have sucked. That would have honestly been awesome if I could have actually gone through there, but anyways. But no, the web shooters are beautiful. I love how they look. Again, it's very homemade, but it's so pretty. And then of course, when he finally actually, gets, I don't want to say funding, but when Tony eventually ends up being like, alright bro, let me see your sketches, and he's like, alright, this suit can look a bit better, and then he just makes the Stark suit, which is one of my favorite suits. As I've talked about in so many, I think, older Spider-Man ASMR videos, funnily enough, and the suits just get so much cooler from there, but I still love how the homemade suit looks, and it really does give like, yep, this is the start, but there's so much more. And I think, funnily enough, they added in very recently the Brand New Day suit, and I didn't actually see this one coming. The Marvel Tokan Souls suit from that fighting game, which looks really good. I don't know if I'll get the fighting game because I suck at fighting games, but the game itself looks sick, and like the suit is clean, super stylized, but really nice. I don't know how I messed that up. Where actually am I? I don't even know where this is, to be honest. I kind of zoned out while I was swinging. I'm not even sure where I've swung to. I know this is kind of where one of the story missions take place, where you're chasing down Lizard, but I forgot. I don't actually really know exactly how far I am. Astoria, okay. Good to know. Good to know. But anyways though, yeah, no, so I think those suits are now in the game, and we'll obviously use them at some point in the future. But yeah, like I said, Brand New Day is out. I haven't seen it yet. I'm not gonna drop any spoilers. I'm trying to actually stay as far off from the internet as I can this whole week. And truthfully, even when the movie does come out, I'm not gonna mention any spoilers on the channel. That would kind of suck. I'll give the movie plenty of time before I really get into spoilers. But we will be using that suit. Make no mistake about it. And I'll probably talk about, at least at that point, you know, my thoughts on the movie. I'm excited. Obviously, I'm gonna be seeing it tomorrow, at least. Yeah, I think when this video comes out, it'll be tomorrow, which is Saturday. And I'm excited. I already talked about, oh, I should turn because I think that area. No, it's not. I thought this area was like locked off or something. I know that the train tracks usually denote where the map boundaries tend to be across the river, but I guess it wasn't there. But anyways, though, no. Yeah, I'll definitely. I mean, I've talked about it in the last video how excited I am for that movie, but I figured, well, let's go beat up some bad guys first, and then I'll probably talk about, I don't know, just how much I really love these movies. Cause like the three of them, the home trilogy, they're, man, I love them so much. But first, hello there, symbiotes. Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, let's not die immediately. Chill out. Everybody chill out. Oh, I should have actually not used that special because I should probably heal myself. Boom, 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 boom. Let me not waste my time trying to attack that one dude. Ricochet web. You stick to the ground. Alright, it's just you, right, bro? Whoa. Take that cinder block to the face. Oh no, there's one more random green symbiote. There's that yellow one. Oh wait, is there more symbiotes coming in? Those green guys were not here before. Ow. Get off of me, brother. Jesus Christ. Hey, yo. Oh no, I think we're trapped in the... Yo, we got glitched in the bus. Yo, we're glitched in the butt. Whoa. Okay. Give me like a minute. I need to process everything that just happened. Jesus H. Christ. Okay. Everybody chill. Chill out. Boop. And y'all need to get a little zapped. Up, down, you, against the wall. Okay, fine. Into the air. Stay, bro. Alright. And I'm just constantly, you smack into that wall. I know you was already on the ground. That was kind of not fair, but like also that was kind of funny. Oh my god. Alright, down. There we go. You're stuck. Give me your shield. Or better yet, forget the shield. Hey, bro, you wanna get a little closer? Just a little bit. There we go. Boom. How long have I been fighting this one particular dude? Bro, just chill out for the love of God. Okay, crazy airbeat. But I mean, those films were awesome as well. But like, I don't know why. I have an idea why. But like, Tom's movies with with the home trilogy and everything. Hey, I'm seeing a lot of these chests. Have I not picked up the special ones? Wow. Okay, well, I mean, I'll take it. I don't need it obviously, but hey, I'll take it. But I'm seeing something glowing there. Okay, let's do some chests real quickly. Nope. There we go. There we go. But Tom's movies. I kinda, what in God's name happened on this build? Hey, yo, half this building is missing. What happened here? This must have been during, like, was this area part of the Sandman boss fight? It must have been, maybe. I don't know, but that's what it kind of gives. Wait. Was there sand over there too? Maybe this whole area was part of the Sandman boss fight. No, it does not sand. I don't know. In any effect, though, Tom's movies, with the home trilogy and everything, and I guess Civil War is. So what I really love that technically Civil War is really the first one with where Pete shows up, and man, that intro. Oh man, the title card that just immediately cuts right to Queens. God tier right there, y'all don't know how much I smiled. There was the biggest smile you could possibly imagine. The second Tony was like, "We're gonna need some extra help, or I have an idea," and then it just cuts to Queen and Left Hand Free playing in the background. God tier, I do not know if you could outdo that character intro. That was just literal perfection right there. No, but then you have the home trilogy, and you have Infinity War and Endgame in there, placed in there, which are obviously important for Peter, given everything that happens with Iron Man. But I don't know, those films. I don't know. I just really, really, really love them, and I really, really connected with them too. And it really, really helped too, because I think like each of those films. I think, wait, where am I actually? Am I still across have I actually crossed back? I'm not even sure. No, we haven't, I don't know where I'm actually at. Okay, I know Manhattan Island pretty well, but I do not know exactly where I'm at when I crossed the river into the rest of New York. I'm forgetting what it's called. Alright, that is definitely a bounds though. I'm not gonna go past that. But yeah, no, I think what really, really helps, and like really, really just like makes me love those films. Hold up, yeah, I'm gonna slingshot this way. I think that might be a good idea. But yeah, what really makes me love those films is like I know where I'm at now. I can see the map a lot clearer now. Whoa. But like each film kind of has its own really massive theme that perfectly fits in with Spider-Man, but also like perfectly kind of like ages with the audience, or at least a large portion of them, and it hits on stuff that is always going to be super relatable, because Spider-Man is above, I would say, probably all else. Like, the reason why people love Spider-Man is just due to the fact that everybody can kind of relate to him, and like the themes that they hit on in each of those films are like perfectly relatable themes. Yeah, like they're perfectly relatable themes, and hold on, I'm trying to figure out if I should like go and take on this combat encounter. I think it disappeared, but also I wasn't really gonna probably do it. I was debating it, and I was like, nah. But yeah, no. Because what is it? Homecoming. Well, like, it's that perfect coming of age story. The theme they'll always hit on in coming of age stories is identity, and like that's also very much a Spider-Man theme, because the whole movie spends trying to reject being Peter and just focus on being, who he wants to be, Spider-Man, because, if you're a person who's like, oh, well, no one really cares about me, but this cool alter ego I have, everybody loves him, why not just be him? I'd love just to be that particular person. So let's invite you to live on Avengers campus and be Spider-Man full-time. And he's like, you know what, nah, I think I'm good. Perfect. Because, yeah, at the very, throughout the film, he realizes, hey, nice. I don't know how I never picked up all of these chests. Anyways, but yeah, he realizes, like, yeah, Peter Parker and Spider-Man are two halves of the same coin. But that, again, god tier scene with, where he has to lift the rubble, and then, he has the mask, and you just see part Peter, part Spider-Man. Is like, Peter was Spider-Man the whole time, Spider-Man was Peter the whole time. They're the same person. And he kind of comes to accept himself a lot more, and accept both sides. And, I mean, that's a thing a lot, like, the majority of people in high school just naturally have to come to terms with too, accepting who they are. Because when you're in high school, and I can attest to this, you will try out a ton of quote-unquote personality slash, try to behave a particular way, or try to be cool, or try to be anybody but yourself, literally anybody but yourself. Again, I personal experience back in high school, that was insanity, but good memories, good memories. But, I mean, like, and then, the whole idea of, like, yeah, accepting yourself, and just accepting exactly all the parts of you, and then, obviously he realizes he still has his friends there, Ned, MJ, who actually kind of likes Peter, who likes, Peter for Peter. I mean, that theme is, like, perfect for that movie, perfect for Spider-Man, and it really just hit right around that time in my life, I think, as well. And then you've got, like, Far From Home, and Far From Home is a little bit later in high school, and it hits on another theme that everybody, like, on the face of this planet, suffers with, which is, like, self-doubt and insecurities and everything. Because Peter keeps doubting whether he's good enough, as a person, as a hero. Can he save his friends, or is he putting them in danger? Is he good enough to do X, Y, and Z? And that, directly affects, his spider sense. And I've talked about this a million times, and I'll keep mentioning it. Utilizing the spider sense in that way, tying it to, like, Peter's mental state, and especially his level of, like, confidence in himself. Oh my god, that is so smart. Because his spider sense, which could usually work kind of well, really doesn't work, because he's just full of doubt, especially given that, Tony died in Endgame right before that movie. So there's so much things flying through his head. And that whole concept of being like, you kind of have to learn to just trust yourself and trust your gut, and that's the only way Peter's spider sense ends up getting back into action, when he just, like, in that, again, god tier, there's so much amazing scenes in those movies, man. But in that final sequence right there, where he's up against the drones, and he just closes his eyes and just fully trusts in himself and his gut. Like, it's fantastic. Oh, that would have been clean if I actually, made that. And then, then his spider sense works literally perfectly. And it's also a perfect explanation of why his spider sense will work sometimes and not if Peter's in his head or just really distraught. Which actually, funnily enough, happens a good bit in Spider-Man, in this particular game, Spider-Man 2. He'll get hit by random stuff because he's distraught, and he's distraught this entire game, because May died in the game before that. So it makes, complete sense why he'd kind of be out of it, and why he'd probably get hit in what in God's name is happening. Oh my god, I'm trying to, like, there we go. I was trying to pull off more than I actually could. But it makes sense why he would be really distraught, not really, mentally there, and why his spider sense won't fully work. But, once he, like, locks in, trusts his gut, and just goes with it, which is kind of what Spidey's really good at, especially given that his combat is really improvisational, and he just, like, goes with the flow. His spider sense works, and it's just a really awesome theme, focusing on everybody suffers with self-doubt and insecurities, and the key really is just to kind of, like, trust your gut. And again, Another, yo, this video might just be a chest video at this point. I've unlocked, what, 5 chests now? To be honest, I wasn't really hunting for them while I was playing the game, but like, I honestly thought I picked up a lot. Apparently, is that another one? No, okay, I thought that was just yellow. Okay, I really thought it was like a gold chest or something I missed again. And then the third film, oh my god, is that a chest right over there? This is a chest video. I gotta retitle this video, y'all. This is gonna be a chest video at this point. But no. And then the third film, which was Peter dealing with the consequences of his actions by, you know, I guess he trusted Mysterio. Probably shouldn't have, but again, did what he thought was right, or at least the best thing that he thought was right. But he was also really like marred again with his doubts and everything, and that resulted in his, you know, identity getting exposed. And the whole third film really focuses on like responsibility and stuff like that. Obviously, all the films have the underlying theme of responsibility. That's kind of Spider-Man's thing, but like, it really comes to a forefront in that film, and it's also perfectly timed for Peter and for Peter at that particular point in his life, because that really big, massive, you know, responsibility-based choice that he makes at the end of the movie, you know, choosing to let everybody forget who he is entirely, to allow the spell to fully work and close the multiversal portals and everything and set everything right that he messed up on. I mean, it was fantastic, but it really hurts too, because like, he obviously loses his friends, and like, that's kind of a theme. Not necessarily that works a lot more accurately, I guess, as an end of high school kind of thing. Like, you know, when everybody's saying goodbye to their friends, whether you'll see them again or not, everybody going their own ways, and it hits. I was long done with high school by the time that film came out, but it's still like a theme and an idea of like doing the really tough things that like everybody can resonate with. And I mean, it was a fantastic way to end that trilogy. Hey, I finally ended up threading a needle. I really almost missed that too, by the way. Also, I realized I've really just been doing way more swinging. That's honestly fine with me. It is just a chill vibe. Though if I do see some combat, I will go and do some combat. But like, hey, oh, that was clean. Hey, we're getting the hang of it though. We're getting the hang of it. We've been doing 30 minutes of like full swinging basically. I would hope I could get some pretty clean moves in there. But yeah, no, it was a fantastic way to end those movies, and like, it hits, and it, like, I was crying like a baby the entire time. Not like a baby, I was crying like crazy nonetheless. Like, y'all, during that movie, because again, you grow up with those characters. You spend like, what, almost 10ish years, like 10 years, 7 or it's 10 years now actually. So 6 or 7 years or something like that. And it hurts, but like, it worked so well. Oh, I think we might have hit that kind of weird glitch where sometimes the combat, if you don't do it for a bit, it kind of just disappears. I don't understand how that works. It's very weird, but it does happen. So I think we're just gonna be swinging for a little bit more, though I do think we're gonna get close to calling it a quits in any effect. Hold up. But yeah, no, I just really, 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 really love these films and this trilogy. Like, it means so much to me, and like, it's Spider-Man. Everybody loves Spider-Man. And truthfully, all of them, like I mentioned earlier, like, they're all fantastic. But man, I'm excited for Brand New Day, because you know they're gonna hit on some theme. I have a feeling I know what the theme is. I kind of alluded to what I think it's probably gonna be, given how No Way Home ends. And I think it's kind of gonna be perfect for Peter at that point in time, and just like a perfect theme to hit on. I might mention what I think it is, given that excuse me, wasn't on a crime right here. What? Okay, cool. Well, no, anyway, I think the theme is probably going to be, at least seemingly, about loneliness, which, I mean, perfect theme. That's at least what everybody's been alluding to in all of the interviews and press releases and stuff like that, and, I mean, it makes sense. Peter is by himself, and I have a feeling the ending message really is going to be, you need your friends. And I mean, that's a thing everybody, well, at least a lot of people tend to go through. And I mean, like, I think it's gonna hit. I think it's really, really gonna hit. Okay, let me see if we actually get to do, I almost swung directly into that building. It was reflecting so much, I thought it was like, just nothing there. But let me see, hopefully this particular combat section, hey, nah, I saw that shit disappear out of thin air. What? Okay, well, hey, we got that combat section earlier, so you know, that's okay. I'm satisfied with that. I'm cool with this being mainly a swinging video. Oh my god, I messed that up though. But, like, I feel like they always just hit on the themes, and that's kind of perfect, because a lot of people end up falling into, you know, kind of being alone, and it's really important to have people there for you. As much as you might think, oh, maybe you don't deserve it or you don't need it, you do need it and you do deserve it. Everybody deserves to have some friends, family, even if you might not have family, friends, people next to you and with you to help you out, to just be there. It is incredibly important. While we're on this note, I'm not even going to waste time going after that. It disappeared. It disappeared. Jesus Christ. Okay, like I said, I'm not going to waste time going out to the combat sections. I do think we can get close to calling it a quits, but before we go, how's everybody doing today? I hope you've been having a swell day and a swell week, and if you haven't, well, I hope you end up having a swell day and tomorrow, and a swell week next week. It is Friday, so take some time for yourself, relax, do something you enjoy. Again, it is incredibly important. 10, 15, 20 minutes for yourself. Hop into one of your favorite games to relax. Go and maybe read one of your favorite books, watch an episode of your favorite show. Just browse YouTube. That's not really a thing because it usually turns into binging YouTube, but, you know, browse if you want, or binge, honestly. I'll be on YouTube for like way longer than I really should be, to be honest. If y'all love to cook or bake, make something that you enjoy, that you're gonna, you know, to treat yourself. Some things take a bit longer than 15-20 minutes to make, but some things don't. I made this really awesome mug cake some weeks back. That thing took me like, what, maybe 20 minutes max, and it was a really good cake. It was a dense cake. Like, it was a dense cake, but it tasted really good, and it turned out exactly how it was supposed to. By the way, it's just supposed to be a dense cake, and I didn't expect it to be that dense. But in any effect, take some time for yourself today. You absolutely deserve it. You absolutely deserve happiness. Every single person here deserves a break and deserves happiness. So take some time for yourself. It is very, very, very well deserved. Is that the Empire State? That can't be the Empire State Building. No. I don't know what that is, but that's not the Empire State Building. Neither is that. I don't know what the buildings are. That is across there, though. I do see to see some more damage control, by the way. I really hope we see. What was there sand on that building? Now hold up, we going back. There is sand on that building. Nice. Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm surprised there's still sand on this building. This must have been from one of the boss fights, but like, the boss fight canonically took place a long time ago during this game's timeline, like a good amount of time. I feel like they would have taken off the sand, especially given that it's damage control's building. These guys are supposed to be on top of it, but also it's damage control, so it does feel completely on brand that these guys just completely missed the mark. Damage control, quote unquote, knows exactly what they're doing. That quote unquote is doing a lot of legwork. But in any event, let's head out of here. Oop. That's a very crazy spin. A dizzy dive. Also, fantastic song, by the way. I'm Alive, the one they used in the very first Spider-Man game. Fantastic. For the intro. I don't know, that's what I remember when I said dizzy dive, because that's one of the lyrics, and it's, oh man, it's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. In any event, I do think though this is a pretty good place to call it a quits for today. Oh, you can see the moon. This is sunrise, so the moon's probably about to, well, I was gonna say the moon's about to set, but that's not how the moon works. The earth's still rotating. But in any event, that is crazy. That's some crazy arm strength, but like, it's Spider-Man. Obviously, he has crazy arm strength. That's one of the few things you would expect him to have. But where's the moon? Now, I know I saw them. There it is, the moon. That's cool. Anyways, though, but I do think this is a pretty good place to call it a quits for today, y'all. I hope you